So we're in Deland, Florida. I just happened to be here where some lady's phone just got stolen. Deland police pulling up, getting ready to park in a no parking zone, fire zone, whatever that is. But it looks like he sees me and he's like, nah, I'll park in a parking spot. Which I thought was funny, but regardless of his reason, good for him, because rules for thee, also for me. So I'm going to go over there and talk to him for a minute, just see if we can just have a general conversation. Now, tyrants will tell you that I hate the police. Non-tyrannical people with logic know that's not true. Closed-minded, tyrannical, bully-type people are already mad at me not a minute into this video. Here, and then you turned out there, and I was giving you credit because I was like, oh, he saw me. I didn't know who you were, but I was like, oh, he saw me. He's parking over here. They're learning at least, you know. But no, I didn't know who you were. So depending on who you talk to, they'll tell you different shit about me. Yeah. A lot of them will tell you that I'm cool, I'm good. A lot of people here contact me. They email me, they tell me things, whatever. A lot of them are anonymous. Some of them aren't. I get along with everybody. My goal, I'm not anti-cop by any means. I'm anti-tyranny. I'm anti-hypocrisy. I'm always looking for the right thing. Other people that don't like me, they'll tell you I'm a jerk, I'm an asshole. Your admin does not like me. I think most of the officers at your department are cool with me. Admin, not so much. And there's good reason for it. You're not going to comment on it, and I wouldn't ask you to comment on it.
Yeah, I mean, I stay out of.
Yeah, no, that's the best way to do it. This is Officer Herrera, and he is the reason that I wanted to show you this interaction. He's a brand new cop with no prior experience. Not all, but many new cops start off with this attitude that you're going to see from Herrera, which is what the people should be able to expect. Not just from new cops, but it unfortunately fades away. Sometimes quickly, and that ego takes over, that cockiness. So listen in here and let me know what you think. We're going to talk about a couple things, and I'd love to check in with him in a year or so and see if he's the same person. But yeah, the ones that don't like you, they'll tell you that I used to be a cop and I was fired for shooting an unarmed man, and that I was charged for it and I was sued, and I got the city sued. And the only truth to that is I shot somebody. He was super armed. I resigned later, had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But they just try to defame me. You know, my record during my time is public. You know, so anybody can look it up and verify it. Yeah. But yeah, most of them, so that's how they tell. If somebody talks shit about me, they hate me, and there's a good reason for it. It's something that they've done, not me. I'm not here to make enemies. I managed to do it still, but that's not my intention. It's not my intention to give anybody a hard time. I'm just out here for the right thing.
I get it.
That's it. Steal that police car, ma'am.
I wasn't playing.
All right, I'm just making sure. I'm like, he's standing right here. Standing right here. About a month you've been here, right?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Just be real with people, man. But let me ask you one question. There's 5 elements of the First Amendment of the Constitution. Do you know what those 5 elements are?
Yep.
What are they?
Religion, assembly, press, petition, and speech.
Dude, you are only now the third. This is sad, but it's true. Only the third person I've encountered that knows that. And when I ask people that, it's not my intention to try to make somebody look bad. My point is, when you do this job, you take an oath to the Constitution. And the reality is, you took that oath, you know, it's repeat after me. There's no quiz afterwards to say, okay, what'd you take an oath to? And I think if you take an oath, I took the same oath, so same went for me back then. But if you take an oath to something, you should at least know what the hell it is. And it's scary to come out and see that most people, 98%, can't do it. And usually the ones that can are new. So don't forget it. And remember, just treat people, I would tell you, everybody you encounter, treat them like they're your own family. And respect the rights, respect the First Amendment, respect, just like you would want to be treated or your family would want to be treated.
But at the end of the day, we're human.
That's it.
Our career choice, we have certain abilities.
That's right.
Depending on if a crime occurred or...
That's right. A lot of people, when I wore a badge, I saw it too, and I hated it. That badge goes to the head. They feel like it makes them better than everybody else. They get this arrogance. Sometimes they don't have it right away, but with time, it builds. Yeah. Don't let that shit build. This is your first time with law enforcement?
Yeah.
No previous experience?
I'm just a washed-up baseball player.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah. Who's your favorite team? Professional.
Braves.
Braves? Okay, I'm a Boston fan. Yeah, just keep that real mentality, man. That's what that's honestly, that's the biggest thing that burned me out. After 10 years, I left it because I was surrounded by so much just of that attitude. I always hated the blue line. I used to tell people, get that blue line shit off of there. That's a gang sign. As a cop, I would say that, right? Because that's how I perceived it. Because that's how a lot of the public perceives it. They perceive that as, hey, we stick together. I got you, right? And in reality, that's what it is, right? And it's a division between the people and the police, and there shouldn't be a division there. But yeah, I was tired of being surrounded by that arrogance, that cockiness, that I'm better than you because I have a badge type of thing. And you've already seen it from people. You'll continue to see it from people in every agency. And that's shitty. They're not better than anybody else. You know, when I wore a badge, I used to tell people, I'm no different than you. This badge is no different than a 7-Eleven name tag. It just identifies the job that I do, you know? Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I guess the cocky ones, stuff like that, might not like me because I have that mentality. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. You know, we're the same. We do different things. Yep. But, yeah, that's it, man. I'll stop. I'll go all day. But yeah, just keep that real mentality, man. And you'll have success, and you'll have respect from the people by just giving respect, respecting people's rights. And here's a big one. Speaking up when you see another cop violating somebody's rights. Because you're going to see it. You've probably seen it already. And a lot of people say there's no such thing as a good cop. I don't agree with that, but they say that. And one of the reasons they say that is because maybe you're a good cop, right? You don't violate people's rights. You don't do bad things. But it's hypothetically, you use the example, you'll see other cops do it, right? And most cops turn their back, like, oh, I don't want any part of this. I don't want to be involved in that, and they walk away. A few will stand up for people, you know, and they'll stop that behavior from going on or speak up and say something. And a lot of cops don't want to speak up because they're afraid they'll be blacklisted or they'll be ousted, they'll be treated like shit by their department. And unfortunately, sometimes that's true. And kind of that's where I'm here, right? So a lot of people, they don't want to say shit. So anonymously, they'll send me emails. You know, they'll send me information, and I'll start looking into things. So I'm a voice for not just the people, but other people too. So those are my tips. Not that my tips will mean anything to you, but
no, I appreciate it.
But yes.
One thing about me, I listen to everybody.
Yeah, that's good, and that's good.
You learn something from everybody you encounter.
100%.
Even doing this job when you talk
100%.
to people and stuff.
100%. Keep that mentality, man, because that mentality is lost. Most of what I encounter, cops, not just, actually, from this agency, most of the officers are pretty decent with me, but a lot of other departments, I'll encounter somebody right away, they got this cocky attitude, this attitude that they can't possibly learn anything from me. I ask them, do you know the 5 elements of the First Amendment? They get mad at me just for asking the question. Like, who the hell am I to be asking you a question? Well, for one, you're a public servant, and that's not a derogatory term. It's a title, but also we're people. Why as people? We can't just talk, you know. So you'll see so much of that, and it sucks. You see so much of that arrogance, and those are the ones that usually, you know, we give me shit. They hate me. I'm a thorn in their side because I don't respect that. You know, I don't respect treating people like shit, and it's too common, man. And you probably already know, but you'll see it more and more. It's super common, that arrogance and that better than you and rules for thee, not for me. You'll see a lot of that, man. But you'll definitely get mad respect from people just by being how you're being with me right now. Keep that, man. Don't lose touch with that, and you'll have success.
Definitely.
He's laughing at you, man. He's like, oh, shit, he got you.
Yeah, I mean, how?
No, I like him, actually, so far. What was it, Herrera? Herrera. I like Herrera so far.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Newer guy. One other guy. I've never met him. The other day, he was there with James Madison at the PD. I forgot his name. The one that
Potion, yeah.
Yeah. He asked me. I'm like, you know what, bud? Like, I know it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So why don't you educate me so I can remember?
Yeah.
He was like, I know most of it, but like, just sometimes when you're put on the spot, you're like,
Yeah, and that's good, and that's what I'm looking for. So I was telling him, my intention, and his intention too. Anybody when we ask that question, not trying to make somebody look stupid or look bad, kind of making a point and making people realize, oh shit, I should know that. You know, I took an oath to uphold it. Oh shit, and the oath I took it too. It's repeat after me. Raise your hand, repeat after me. And then there's no quiz
That's your
after.
other right there.
Huh?
It's your other right.
Yeah, it's my other right, but I can't do it. I can do that one, but there's no pop quiz after. Like, okay, what'd you just take an oath to?
There's no like refreshers like down the road. Like
Right.
I've been here for almost 9 years, and there's no
yeah.
refresher.
And when I
You
took
know,
that oath, I
yearly
didn't know what the hell I just said.
qualifications, high liability, and that is it.
Right, yeah, that's it.
I think statutes are high liability in my opinion, because if you don't know your statutes, you can get in trouble that way.
Yeah, but
Case laws,
but there's no focus on basic things like the First
legal,
Amendment.
like we don't get legal updates. Like we get them, but like nobody reads them.
Right.
How does that person know that you for sure know that new update to that law?
Right, yeah. And that, the First Amendment, it's probably pretty important. It's the very first one, so it's scary that people don't know it, but they'll get mad. So I was telling a lot of them get mad just for asking the question. And don't get offended, just realize what I'm looking for when I ask that question, ultimately, someone who can answer it, which is awesome. That's only the third time ever, though. That's scary. Or someone that says, I should know that. I don't. I'm going to look it up, or I'm going to educate myself, or whatever it might be, because you're right. I should know that. Because that's just real, and people would respect that, too. People would respect someone saying, I don't know, rather than, I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to tell you, or because obviously you don't know, and you just don't want to admit it.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Right.
Like, can you tell me what it is? I'll go verify your information.
Right. But ego prevents it, man. That arrogance and that ego that I was telling you about, man. Don't ever get that damn ego. But yeah, man, dude, I appreciate you. That's awesome. Remember, just keep it. Keep what we just had right here and what you have right now. Keep that forever, man. And you'll have, I promise you'll have respect from people. Obviously, you're gonna have people that are gonna hate you here and there, just because you have that badge, right? Because people have had a bad experience with police. Not you, but police. The same way cops have had bad experience with somebody that comes up and films them, so they're immediately an asshole to me. They've never met me before, and I really am with everybody, just like I've been with you. If it escalates, it's not done by me.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're only the third person to ever do that. And one of those three.
I'm not gonna lie. I think what's his name?
You
I
cheated.
think it's because he's been studying after the
Well,
guy.
good though.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
care.
lie. What's his name?
Potion.
Potion. Yep, he got me, and I missed one of them.
Oh, he did get you already?
Yep.
And you missed one of them.
I'm not gonna forget it.
Well, Potion, hey, this is a public service. This is the follow-up. He did study after that, and he got it. He nailed it. I'll text him after this, and I'll tell him. No, but that's good, man. That's awesome. That's what we're looking for. Just if you don't know it, like, oh shit. And that's cool. And you did, and you nailed it like in 5 seconds, under 5 seconds.
That's it.
Yeah, most of them won't even answer.
I missed the easiest one too.
Religion, yeah.
I said speech twice.
Because it's, like several departments have told me they use some of my videos for training. Probably things what not to do, but
Don't be like this guy here.
yeah, don't do what this idiot did. Don't say what this idiot did. But that's good. That's my goal. My goal is not for anything. I have no nefarious intentions. I'm not out here with any negative intent. My goals are positive. It's just some people don't like it. If just one quick thing, because I meant to say this before, I don't want to hold you up anymore. But I said a lot of people, they'll contact me or whatever, they'll anonymously or whatever. If you ever do want to, TwistedLuckMedia@gmail.com. You can send me an email, tell me whatever you want. You can be anonymous. You don't ever have to say it's you. And if there's ever anything that you're afraid to say, I'll be your voice. Like I said at the start of this video, oftentimes you'll encounter a brand new cop who hasn't been corrupted yet by the egotistical Blue Line gang. But unfortunately, in many cases, that changes. I'd like to believe if we encounter Officer Herrera a year from now, we'll see the exact same thing. The same as we saw here today, which is basically, it's pretty simple, just acting like a human being without a massive blue ego and willing to have a conversation with whatever citizen, whether they agree or disagree. It's one of the great things about humans. We don't all have identical minds. Some can't handle it when your mind doesn't align with theirs. But I think it's important for people to have conversations like this with brand new cops. Will it have any effect at all? Who knows? But you made the attempt. Because when they're hired, they're taught how to defend themselves, how to hit a target, how to not crash a car, how to write a report. But there just isn't a focus on how to treat people, how to respect people. A lot of cops are trained with the mentality that they command respect. You and I know that's not true. It's earned. And if you don't earn it, you don't get it. You'll see comments in a lot of videos like this, maybe in this video, that are either bullying type comments or saying like, you got a lot of nerve to try to ask a cop a question or try to teach a cop something. Those comments, most often, are in fact those bully, tyrannical type cops that we talk about, cowardly hiding behind an anonymous name online. But if law enforcement agencies were what they are supposed to be, what they were meant to be, for one, they'd be more selective in who they hire. There would be more qualifications that currently aren't even considered. There would be an emphasis in training on very basic rights and a huge emphasis on how to treat people. You know, kind of going back to kindergarten. Put very simply, treat the people that you encounter like you would want some other random cop in some random city treating your family when they encounter them. And if you fail to do that, it will not be tolerated. The problem is the tyrant bully types have been accepted in these departments for so long that they've worked their ways up all the way to leadership, or snaked their ways up, I guess. And a lot of upper leadership has different positions due to very shady reasons. Oh, the stories I could tell. But go into the comments and share your thoughts. For those bully tyrant types, make sure to leave your name and badge number. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications. Stay tuned. In the meantime, check out some of my other videos.